almost ready. Okay. Cool. Make sure I have it in here. Do I have desktop audio on? Maybe. I think so. I don't have my own speakers on there, so maybe I should put that on so I can hear it. There we go. Yeah, I saw that. 99. Make sure I've got my Allen key. Oh, hang on. No, I know what I haven't done. Haven't opened chatbot. That'll do it. Yeah, chatbot needs to be running for the audio command to run. Yes, I do. And now it should also trigger something when you type again. Once it's decided to open up. Maybe. Maybe it'll open. Anyway, this should work. In the meantime. Does it? Why did that? That should have triggered it. Unless it's just really being slow loading. It's probably just still opening. We'll give it a warm up. Let's give it a warm up. Warm out here. Very warm. So the plan is I'm going to have a poll up in a second or two, maybe a few minutes once anyone shows up, because I'll get more than one vote. I mean, I've got the fan going. The fan is on high, pointing sort of at my legs. Yeah, need maybe a second one from the other side. Okay, chatbot should now be running. Type something again, Kara. Just to see if it. Yeah, that works. There we go. Okay, the bot is on. Which means now that Go will work. Because that's where that runs. Oh! Okay, so behind me over here, if I stand here, I have a wooden crate that I made some time ago. I'll grab a measuring tape from in under this laptop. And basically I made it to be slightly bigger than this section of my display at the time. The display at the time was 3 base plates by 4 base plates. So it's about 1,027 mil, just over 40 inches that way, and it'll be just over 30 inches this way when closed. About 770 mil, give or take. G'day, Budgie. Welcome to the chat. So this is my custom wooden crate, and not counting these 3 mil skids. G'day, Korg. I just had a little bite to eat. I'll have more afterwards. Nice. And the I do have a command triggered by the keyword "g'day" and "hello" that will welcome you in, but it won't do it for then another 4 hours. And then I think without this 3 mil board, it's about 199 mil clearance from base to lid. But because of the sizes of particle board and things that I got from Bunnings, I wondered what would happen when you did that. The base is actually 2 pieces, and the join is this way, so they don't always sit flat. And when I slide the baseboard in, basically these go across that join, basically acting as a skid for them to slide over. Also works like a ramp to get the display from the table up the sort of 10 mil or so up into the box. And so yeah, I did originally have 3 of these boxes. I should only need 1 for this show. This display is going to slide in there, I'll bolt it shut, and then I'll talk through a couple of the things that are involved. Sitting on top, yeah, I've still got to talk to him about the kind of things I want him to play around with in Photoshop. So I've got a few plates and things. I've got my show bricks lying flat. The build itself, as I've said in previous videos, is supported structurally by IKEA BBX boxes. So inside are things like dinosaurs and loose bricks to use as rubble in the ruins. So once I get to the show, that's where some of that stuff is stored. So there's some built-in storage within itself in the display. Tucked under the back, there's some more little boxes filled with plant parts, so I can do a bit more set dressing. Yeah, no worries, Budgie. I used Google Drive to share. It is BBX, which means build, play in Swedish. And fun fact, the le in Lego is from the Danish leg for play. So Lego means play well in Danish. There's your fun fact for the night. Kara says, show us the lid. The lid of this box or the lid of the BBX? I'm guessing the BBX, because that's screwed and nailed down to the box. Okay, so that's the lid. And then I've built over it with plates. And then around the box I've built walls. So then this sits back down. And on the display, these are all tiles. There's no studs. So this just sits down. It doesn't attach to anything, it just sits there. But the height of these boxes, being designed in collaboration with Lego, they're set heights to be compatible with the rest of the build, so I can attach things across. Over in here, there are smaller BBX boxes, and they're actually stuck in. They're attached to what's surrounding them. So then I've also got, now these trees here, I have made them modular where I can just lift them off and attach them down. But in theory, some of our favorite words, in theory, they should fit into the box without being unattached. There is a tree over here that goes up past the wall, so it has been made in 2 sections as well. I've also laid tiles down on this base plate here that just kind of loosely hold that in place, and it doesn't slide around too much, but it basically has a spot to sit. Same with this dice tower, it's resting here, and it's attached with a couple studs in the corner for transport, but then at the show it'll be off beside this. Over in this corner that you can't see on camera, again because of the height restrictions of the box, is another part of the building which will then come over as a roof. Okay, just the camera paused for a second, checking it didn't freeze. And Kara has redeemed not throwing away my shot. I do have the Surok at hand, and it is the grape one. I'm going to work my way through it until it's gone. So cheers for that. Ugh. Actually, it was better than it was the first time, but still a bit cough medicine-y. Mwah. Mwah. Yeah. So that's over here. I also have, so this is a ruler that I built and was working on. So this is the height scale for the build. So every red line on this is meant to represent 5 feet in height. Then I also built a ruler for length. I mean, the way Lego maths works is 10 plates and 8 studs are the same. But basically this ruler measures in 10-foot increments. So if you're setting up a character over here and a monster over here and you want to know if it's within range of their attack, you can sort of measure the distance using that. Essential part of tabletop gaming. The other essential part, or essential element of tabletop gaming, is you need to write notes. So I made a pencil. It's a very large pencil, but it's 100% Lego. So it doesn't really write except in like Play-Doh or something. I've got a few other little containers for plant parts, tree branches. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold these little dudes up to camera, I think. But first Budgie has requested. Better close the Ciroc, put the lid back on there. I do have a hard solo. I turned the beers off tonight. I decided that what I would do in future is that I'd pick one thing or the other and just turn off the beers or turn off the solos depending on what's in the fridge. The other option would be to just whatever gets redeemed in points first gets dumped. Ooh, there's that sound. How good's that? I do have a glass here, but I'm going to take the first sip out of the can. So cheers, Budgie. It is good. It's a little interesting after the Ciroc. Doesn't quite have the sweetness in there. And yeah, that's exactly what she said. I was gonna do these minifigs. This is the green grape. It's the cough medicine one. So the other night I was playing around with Lego, as you do, and I put this little thing together. If you are on Twitch on a Monday, Australian Eastern Time, there is the Awesome Legends raid train for guys that build Lego and do various things, gaming and whatnot. And basically, they've set up a schedule where Mondays they raid into each other. Yep, it's the ALRT. And what I'm going to do is I'll bring these little dudes up. So it starts with DD builds, goes to the Lazy Gamer, Led B-Man, and then build time 13. So I've made a little minifig version of the ALRT. So there you go. Thought I'd show that off. And while we're there, I'll do this very quickly, Kara. I will have to do that. I was going to do some shout-outs, but I'd have to remember how to spell things. Yeah, I'll put it on their Discords as well. But yeah, I thought that was something I had to do. Yeah, check those guys out. Yeah, Kara, if you want to grab their usernames in order, and if you can use the / shout out command, just so it does it that way. Yeah, that would be cool. And so that's basically what I've got set up here. I also have scissors for cutting things. The essential paintbrush for dusting off the build. So that's all set up in here. There's a few things like there's a dinosaur that's not packed away, but it's tucked into this little canal in a spot where it won't come loose. The box on top of it might, but it won't come loose. So there we go. It's in there. So main feature of this is now to rotate it so that it can slide into this box. And just thinking as well, bump in is tomorrow afternoon / evening, and I need to think about how it comes out of the box and onto the table the easiest way. This will be on the left of my 2-table display, so I want this side to be furthest in the box, so that side faces the front. This side faces the front rather. So we will turn this very carefully across the middle of the table. It is on a 3mm sheet of MDF itself. We're going to get the corner up and onto these skids. We're going to listen to the Lego creak. Slide a couple of those skids a bit more underneath for some support. Knock some bricks off, which means I can do this. Lego was dropped. Oh, do I have to? I think that's something I have to turn on. One moment, please. All right, now we can. Dropped Lego pieces. One. The fact that it's 4 bricks joined together doesn't matter. It's still one drop. Is the story I'm sticking to. And I think that should be set up so anyone can do that. If you do ! Oops, when you hear something hit the floor, it should keep track of things that get dropped. So now we're going to slide this up and in. And Budgie, if you'd be familiar with, possibly familiar with Critical Role. This is my Matthew Mercer. In a maroon shirt with a grey vest. It's a grey jacket on the original minifig, and I swapped arms so that it looks like he's wearing a vest over his maroon shirt. So the Lego DM goes in there. And now that this is on those ramps, it should, in theory, slide up and in without too much. Helps if I line it up. Haven't given myself much room to move yet. Something scraping at the back. I think it's the dice tower is hitting the top. Because the trees are fine. Either that or it's the bag of big plates sitting up on there. Now that this is here, straighten up the MDF underneath, because It then has to get this put in front of it. Just checking that everything that's meant to be in there is in there. Alright, so that goes in there. That's good timing. There'll be an ad break coming up in about 5 minutes or so. What I will start... g'day, squid. I've just packed it away. If you want to see the Lego, too late. It's now inside here. You might have to go back and watch the VOD. But there is Lego in there. Packed away for bump in tomorrow. And then, actually. So the other part of this is on the back of this, there's some holes. Show us your bricks. The Lego's in there. Yeah, on the scooters. That would be fun to transport on a scooter. No. My brother's coming over after work tomorrow, and we'll take it in the back of his ute. Because what I also have to take is a folding chair to sit on. I will have a little 4-foot table lower down behind and sort of tucked under that I can hide my snacks on, hide my phone, have my bag sort of under the table, and also I'll be building some dragons at the show. So I'll be doing some building behind the table on a little short table. But yeah, so in these shots, I poured it, I didn't drink it. Cheers. Might be lurking for a bit, but stream will still be audible. No worries. Score. Oh. And did you do... so yeah, still don't like that flavor. So yeah, the holes that I've put into this, I've got a nut. Yeah, I do. And then basically I put a bolt through the side of the main box. As soon as I lift that up a little bit. Slides in there. That should line up. There we go, to hand tighten. And the same on this side. And then trusty Allen key to... Yeah, and feel free to make clips, Kara, because you know that's the other troll side of what you can do while you're watching. Alright, that's locked up. And that one's locked up. Alright, I'm just going to snooze the ads just for another 5 minutes. Because then I'll just show... the fancy circle. The fancy circle... where did I put my container of Lego studs? That is a Lego stud. It's a 1x1 plate, basically drawn from on top. and that's like a sub symbol. Um, I drew that myself, and I made it that color partly because of Twitch being, purple themed, but from the pick a brick wall at the Lego store, I've got a heap of like a lavender colored 1x1 plate. I've just got heaps of them, so I can use them as a thing down the track. And I thought I'll just draw a square with a circle on it. That'll be close enough. So yeah, the Allen key on this bike repair kit gets folded up, and then this is my bag that I got as part of going to Brickvention a couple of years ago. Actually, I'll have a quick look. Because I did make a list. Yeah, quite possibly. I think Korg did a bunch one night. Yes, gifted sub, Squiddy. Yeah, so this bag is part of my Brickvention swag from 2020, where I exhibited. And in it is the tools, a bag for the Woolies run on the way to the show, high-vis vest for bump in and tack down, name brick, which is on a magnet, so I'll wear that as a badge. It's perfect size for my laptop as well. And then inside, I've got a little folder with some printouts that will go on the table. So I've got an A3 printout of the map that the build is a part of. I've got just a little sheet sort of what the build is, brief description about the scale of it, and then where to find me online. G'day Korg again. And then also some printouts of NPCs and monsters from the book, which will be running around on the display. Not literally running around, but minifigs on the display represent these characters. So there's a couple of those for, if people want to play Where's Wally, or if they just want to look at it and move on, that's all cool. Hang on. What happened there? I looked away for a second. Was it lots of caps, or I've got a few different spam filters going on, but don't always see what's going on in time. All right, so that's that packed up, ready for the show. So that'll go with me. I've got my chair, and these are a bunch of those minifig characters that will be dotted around the display. We're about to go into ads, but I think most of you are subs or non-ad people of some nature. So this is a crafting box from Kmart, a photo and craft storage box. and it's got these 12 little boxes inside it that I've filled with little modular shrubs, a few different plates, various monsters, items, so weapons and shields and things like that. There should be one here with a whole bunch of different animals. And so that is going into a suitcase along with the dragons that I'm going to build and the D&D books. And so then that'll get that doesn't go in with the Lego build, but it needs its own sort of way to carry it to get there. And yeah, that's pretty much me set up for the show. So tomorrow I get to relax and just wait to pack that into the truck and take it to the city and bump in. So while the ads are running, I'm going to have a quick drink of water because it's hot out here. Relax with a hard solo. I do have one of those right at hand, Squiddy. It is right here. There's also one of those, which I recommend the brand. I don't particularly like this flavor. I'll just put it at that. And yeah, if you've got channel points, what do we got? So I've hidden a few tonight. So I've hidden the beers. Cheers, Budgie. That might have been a long double sip, but I'm not complaining. And that's what she said. The other thing I was going to do is I was going to put up a poll, and I am going to do a bit of a Lego build while I'm here. I am going to put up a poll. We'll run it for, we'll say 5 minutes. That gives you time to think about it. So there should now be a poll visible in chat of what Lego set should I build tonight. Now that this is packed up, ready to go to the show, put these on top of it now. Make a bit of room over here. So there's 3 choices of what to build. Thanks, Kara. That's good. Someone did a clip. Awesome. I expect nothing less. Cheers for Loke and Budgie. Good to see you in here. And thanks for the hard solos. Okay, we've got 1 vote for Tropical Fish, 0 votes for Macaw, 0 votes for Tree Frog so far. Oh, we got a tie. Macaw has a vote. Tropical Fish has a vote. Tied at 1-1. Oh, Kara wants to hold the vote sets up. Well, see, here's where here comes the trick question part of the thing. This is the set. But there are instructions to either build a macaw or a fish or a tree frog. You can't build all 3 at the same time. But yeah, it's basically so you can see what you voted for. Yeah, good point. And I'm just going to actually put that up. Today's set. I'll change the image to that and make it visible. There we go. So that's the set. So far we've got 2 votes for fish, 1 vote for macaw. I don't know what the view build's going to be like over here under this bright light with the camera this far away. But with this cheap camera, I'm not moving the cable or touching the cable because I put it there so you could see the mock that I have now packed away for the show. But this will be the build space where I build that. Tonight I will be standing as well. I didn't bring a chair out with me, and the stool that I sometimes sit on is what's holding up the laptop at this height. I could also just turn this camera off if it freaks out, and move the laptop, but we'll see what happens. The other thing I was going to say, because I was going to say something, was I've forgotten. Completely gone blank. Oh, and there we go. The vote goes to Tropical Fish. And the poll has ended, so that is what we're going to do. We're going to build the fish first. So yeah, there's 3 completely. Yeah, I figured you might have voted twice because I did give it that option. People could spend points to vote more than once. So yeah, there is a separate book for each creature that's included. But we're going to do the fish. And the fish does look really cool. There. I know what I was going to do. Kara, if you can... That is exactly what I was going to ask you to do. Can you put a link in? Yeah, and I don't have to tell you to do anything, do I? It's like, oh, here's the link, and it's pinned. See this great in real life? Go visit Brickot BBX this Saturday, and it's on there. Chicken available here. I mean, do you even need this now? Over 100 displayers, including this guy right here, and a few other people that you will see around on Twitch, like Primal Bricks and Iron Billsy. Huge train display, world's longest Great Ball contraption module, a massive 24-meter long medieval collaboration. I can't wait to see that. Interstate builds. There will be some people coming up across the border. Costumed characters. There's usually some cosplay people walking around, including the 501st if you're a Star Wars person. Large retail area. Food and drink, of course. And I believe it's 9 to 5 on the Saturday and 9 till 4 on the Sunday. Bookings are essential. Tickets are online only. 15 for adults, 8 for kids. A family of 4 gets in for $40. I did see a post today that one of the sessions has sold out. Basically, the staggered entry. You buy a ticket based on a sort of when you aim to arrive there. You can stay all day, but they've just got that for traffic management purposes. It's at the RNA Exhibition Building, which is on the corner of Coston Street and Gregory Terrace, just across the road from the main arena of the Ekka. And that's where I will be on Saturday and Sunday. All right, and let's get fishing. Lay the book out. And yes. And with the creator sets, there's no, because they are a 3-in-1, there's no bag 1, bag 2, bag 3 going on. You just kind of have to empty out all the parts and just be aware that you're not going to use all of them. What does tend to happen is most of the parts will be probably needed for the biggest picture on the box. There will be a few pieces that are probably unique to each of these builds, but most of these will just reuse what was in there. So there'll be a lot of spare parts left over after doing the fish. In one of the smaller builds in this set. So it's only going to be a short stream tonight. I did the talk through my modular display built for ease of transport in the wooden crate. I packed it in the wooden crate, and then just thought, let's make it a Lego stream, not just talking about Lego, but building as well. Squeeze on Smoko. See you back soon. And this isn't on BRB as well. Alright, need a brown round brick and a red round plate. Nice bright colours in this set. This was a set that I had seen in the stores and thought, oh, that looks really cool. Really impressed with the detail of the macaw's face and beak. And then I basically had a Woolies Rewards offer where if I made my first purchase on the Big W app, I'd get bonus points. And this got me to the minimum purchase level to get lots of extra points, which will then get basically cashed in on Lego at Christmas time. Not just for myself, for my niece as well. got to keep up the tradition of giving Lego at Christmas. Alright, there's... Hold it, this camera's probably a little clearer. Doesn't look as good as this camera, but this one will focus better. So far, it's just a pile of bricks, right? Dark turquoise tile on the front. I'm assuming it's the front. Another red round plate. Got to make sure, just like IKEA, got to make sure that what you're building is at the same orientation as the one in the picture. Otherwise, things could go very, very wrong. Just got to make sure you don't miss a step, don't miss a piece within a step. There's that bit that I'm looking for. So how's everyone else's night going? I took today off work just to do some finishing touches to my display prep and getting ready to pack it all up. Because then tomorrow's bump-in day. I just didn't want to be running around doing stuff still and then get it transported and set up. I just wanted to take an extra day. I've taken a day off after the weekend as well. I'll have Monday off just to have a quiet day after dealing with crowds of Lego fans. Because trust me, they do get loud. When you have a hall full of excited Lego fans of all ages, it does feel nice to have a day off after that, just to wind down and reset to the work week. Now that these curves are on here, I think I'm starting to see that I'm actually building up the fish and that it's probably going to be this sort of shape when it becomes more swooshable. That counts. I dropped it from a height onto the table. It didn't land on the floor, but you know what? Oh, why is that counter staying at 1? The counter is supposed to go up. It's staying at 1. Maybe I have to go away from that tab in chatbot. I'll try again. Nope. That's disappointing. We'll have to look into that. I wanted a quick way of... I've basically used a... meant to be tracking like how many times you die in a video game. And it was inbuilt as a feature in chatbot. And I thought, that's handy. I'll just make it drop Lego pieces instead of how many times I've died. But obviously, one more thing to tweak. Offline. There's a couple of these curved slope pieces with a 45-degree cut on them. And they come in, the 45-degree cut comes in both directions, so there's something you need to look closely at and make sure you've grabbed the right one. Looks like we've got some fins and gills happening. Looks like I also almost missed a step. Put a big round plate on here first. Now this will go on there. And there should be an eye. Something else that you do see it. I'm just like I'll point things out as I notice them. Basically, when I build Lego sets, I'm half talking to myself, half talking to stream. On basically the fish's cheek, there are 4 quarter round tiles there. Lego does make 2x2 round tiles. Now they either don't make a 2x2 round in this color, but I think what's more likely is that the design of the macaw's wing needed a certain quantity of these quarter round tiles, so when it came to designing the other options, basically they have to make use of what was in the macaw. Now we flip the fish over and we basically repeat in mirror image what we just did on the other side. Don't know why I'm looking for a yellow piece when it's blue, but I was. One of those. Big round plate again, which means now we'll get the fish's other eye. Another blue tile. Starting to look a little bit fishy. More of those quarter rounds. So being a I think it's a hyacinth macaw. This blue version. There's some nice different shades of blue in this Lego set. Okay, welcome back, Kara. So now we've got the fish starting to take shape. And I think this will be the underside of the fish. Some wedge plates and some clips. Don't like that. It's a really brittle, squeaky sound when some of the parts are made out of slightly different grades of plastic than others. And it's just a really disconcerting sound when some of them sort of clip together. Hey.
Groceries will be pretty soon. Some of the things around here.
Okay. Alright, so that goes on the underside of the fish. The blue tile there. The curved slope, so we've got the more of the underside of the fish starting to come together. Alright, now at this point I'm doing a flipper. I'm going to do both flippers, the left and the right. They'll just be mirror images of each other. Fairly straightforward. Oh, it's cool that they're on a little a Technic pin with a ball joint on it, so that the flippers, the fins can like rotate around as well as bend up and down. It's not just a hinge action. There's some rotation in it as well. That's really cool. And now for the top fin. I thought it would do the other side first, but now we're going to go and do the top of the fish and then come back to do the mirror image side, obviously. Wobbly slopes. So there's top of the fish. Starting to look bad. Thank you, Kara. Yep, talking at myself. It does get thirsty. And turning side on shows off the gut that I'm trying to kind of get rid of. Alright, now it says to do the fin on this side. And yeah, just doing go doesn't do anything. I think it has to be exclamation mark go for the little sound clip to play. If you're wondering why that didn't go on. There we go. Go. And once again, I looked at the instructions. It has an orange plate and a yellow brick. I started looking for an orange brick that didn't exist. Gotta pay attention. Nice use of some curved slope bits here. So these parts are the belly on the macaw, and they're being reworked into a sort of tail shape for the fish. Fish! Today's fish is trout open. Fish! Alright, so that's actually that's the fish done. It's a pretty cool little blocky but also detailed and recognizable fish. And then the next part of this is, because there's a lot of floral and plant parts. G'day, Lead B Man. Welcome on in. Like we're getting dinner. Yeah, I had a quick bite to eat before this, and I'll have a bit more to eat after I'm finished. But good to see you. Thanks for the lurk. And Squiddy in bed listening to this ASMR. Bob Ross of Lego. Oh yeah, that's good to hear. Kind of, I think. Well, I mean, I would, Kara, but you know what? He'll either have to watch the VOD or wait till Saturday because they're in that box. They're locked away. They're bolted shut. I didn't take a photo as well, so I can't even put it up on Discord quickly. It's too late. It's gone. Train's gone on. It's at the next station already. Alright, so now this is, there are ads coming up, just as a heads up. So I'll pause this for the moment, and I'll have a sneaky little bevy. What's in the box? Yeah, I am tracking down. Oh, you can too. You can clip. I don't know what the picture quality is going to be like, but Yeah, you can always do that. This says ads are starting in seconds. Depending on the apps, websites, lag times, that can vary. So I'm just going to basically have a sneaky sip of solo. And it's probably been a while. It's been a long while since the last shot, so the cooldown timers for that will be well and truly over. Yeah, after the stream where it's been a while. After the stream where I took a whole lot of shots, now admittedly I did put the price down for that night because I wanted to, get people cashing it in, and I wanted to sample the different flavors of Surok. But I did put the number of channel points up after that, and lengthened the cooldown time, so the shots are sort of every 15 minutes, not every 10. And they're not separate flavors to cash in, just one at a time. Gotta Lego responsibly, right? Just ask that squiddy guy. Yeah, I mean, you might have slammed 3 in 10 minutes, but I slammed that first one down too. It's a very easy thing to do, isn't it? Just slamming it down. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, I think he was a little bit more relaxed the next day, just taking it easy. I think, wasn't he? Ooh, this has some magenta versions of these plant parts. Too late to put them into my display. Alright, so now ads are over. Welcome back, everyone. We've been going for a while. Kara, can you, if you're by the computer, Kara, or Squiddy, you could do it too. If someone can do exclamation welcome, because I don't think that's on a timer. I think that's no longer on a timer. So if you are watching, if you are new, my name's Glenn, but you can also call me Bricko, thanks to the Squiddy guy in the chat. Australian adult fan of Lego, and isn't my missus good? The next the follow up was going to be, and can you also? And she's ahead of me. She's that's why she's on the big bucks. It's like, oh, cheers, Squiddy. Cheers for the bits. I think that kind of deserves some Surok, if only to get through this horrible flavor quicker. Cheers. Yeah, Squiddy is the best boss ever. Alright, green plate, blue brick, yellow one by one round. Oh, dropped it on the floor, but we've already established the oops counter does not keep totals or update them. Oh man, 20 cents is 20 cents. I pick up 5-cent coins when I see them on the ground. I was an art student once. What is this? I suppose it's meant to be like a reef kind of thing, because this layers up on the bricks. These little platforms. I think I've got the wrong. Yeah, like I said before, helps to hold what you're building at the same orientation as the picture in the book, so you don't get confused. Yep, and our grocery delivery has just arrived. I can hear the truck coming up the street. All right, so there's the reef, and then there was a Technic piece under the fish, which then connects in. I'll hold this where both cameras can kind of see it, so the fish can be angled on display. That's really cool. And a couple steps to go. Looks like there's some seaweed to build. So we'll get through that quickly. And then we'll be going for a little over an hour. So then I'm going to raid over somewhere and then grab a bite to eat. Or another bite to eat, I should say. I did eat before I hopped online. Had a couple leftover pieces of pizza. And I'll have a couple more after I finish. And I'll finish the hard solo. I won't finish the Surok tonight. Okay, what a lot of LEGO sets now are doing with plants is when you attach leaf elements, they're then getting what I call the carrot top part, and sort of using that as a pin through the two, kind of stops them just getting bumped off each other. I don't think I've got many of those carrot stalks in lime green either, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, and again, they're getting pinned into place with those. The studs attach, but the pin just kind of, at the risk of that's what she said, it just kind of fits the hole better. It's a better fit. So there's There's the seaweed, and because it's just attached with a round piece down the bottom, it can also sort of sway in the current somewhat. And that attaches onto the front of this little reef. I'll look at the timestamp. That's at about 1 minute 15. You can go back and clip that later. There we go. There's the fish in its little reef. That was really cool. And then, yep, so that's it done. The final page, surrounded by sparkly stars, is just showing you've made it. That's the end of the build. Okay, so thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for voting on which of those three I was going to build. It does mean I will have to unbuild this later. Yeah, it looks really good. Like the bright colors, the way that angled clip holds it is great. Just the little details of the bright colors for the coral. Looks really cool. So yeah, I'll have to unbuild that later, and then on another stream, I'll probably do the frog and the macaw. Probably do that both at the same time. Well, not build them at the same time, but build one then the other. Yeah, so thanks for checking out the stream. Thanks for watching. If I figure out where this camera is, so if you want to check out more of my stuff, pictures and stuff like that, Instagram and Facebook pages right there. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Squiddy. I don't think Kara did this before, so I'm going to do this way. Check out Squiddy. He's an IRL mate of mine. Streams and games here on Twitch. Yeah, I'm done for tonight. We're going to go and head over to another Lego builder. And cheers, Budgie. Yeah, I'll sort out some Google Drive details later. That's how I did the printouts for my display, where I did the little images of characters to find the minifigs of. I cropped the pictures, saved them to Google Drive, and just asked Kara, hey, can you make a PDF? Can you use your scrapbooking software to do a nice little, grid of pictures, and here's what their names are, and find a font and all the rest of it. So yeah, we'll sort that out off stream later, but I'll set this up. This is where we're going. If anyone gets left behind, I'll just check that I spelt it right, and I'll do it the copy paste way. That'll this is where we're heading. So we'll see you over there in a bit, and then I'm going to get something to eat. Cheers, everyone. Have a good night, and probably see some of you over the weekend. Otherwise, next week after the show. Cheers, everyone. Alright.